Do you ever feel a sense of security watching your savings grow, yet feel a wave of anxiety when thinking about actually investing that money? We often compare money to seeds, but many of us have a habit of keeping them tightly locked away in these cold, glass jars for safety. Saving brings a feeling of peace, but it is a static peace. It is the comfort of standing still while the world around you moves forward. Seeds kept in a jar will always remain just dry seeds. To grow, they need to be released from their glass prison and planted in earth. Today, I want to show you how to open that jar and begin your journey of true financial sowing for a more prosperous and stable future. We are going to break down the psychological barriers that keep your wealth dormant and turn your safe storage into a thriving, living garden. The transition from a saver to an investor starts with a single realization. Your money has the potential to breathe, grow, and multiply itself. Let's explore why we fear this change and how we can systematically build the confidence to let our financial seeds finally reach their full potential. Every great fortune begins with the decision to let go of the familiar. It is time to stop hoarding and start growing your legacy today. Welcome to the roadmap of financial sowing. Together, we will learn to move from the fear of loss to the joy of sustainable, long-term harvest. Behavioral psychology tells us something fascinating. The pain of losing money is twice as powerful as the joy we feel when we earn it. This natural bias is why you would rather watch inflation slowly erode your wealth's value than risk a temporary dip in a productive investment market. We mistake the absence of movement for safety. But in finance, standing still is actually moving backward as the cost of living continues to rise. You might say, saving brings me security, while investing brings me risk. But let's flip that perspective and look at the hidden risks of doing nothing. The greatest risk you can take in the modern economy is refusing to take any calculated risks at all. It leaves you vulnerable to the future. To move forward, we must redefine our terms. Investing is not gambling. It is not a roll of the dice in a dark, noisy casino. True investing is planned cultivation. It is the deliberate act of putting your resources where they have the highest probability of creating new value over time. When we shift from a scarcity mindset to a growth mindset, we stop protecting what we have and start building what we want to become. Time is the one resource you can never recover. Every day your money sleeps is a day it loses its power to work for your future. Now that we understand our fear, let's look at the practical steps to overcome it and start your 5-step journey toward financial abundance. Step 1 is all about preparing the soil. You cannot expect a harvest if you plant your seeds in hard, dry, and unprepared ground. Before you invest a single dollar, you must build an emergency fund. Aim for 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses kept safe. This fund acts as your psychological safety wrap. It ensures that if life throws a curveball, you won't have to touch your long-term investments. When the soil of your life is stable, your mind is free to focus on growth without being paralyzed by the fear of immediate financial ruin. Step 2. Choose your seeds wisely. In the world of finance, not all seeds are created equal, and some require more care than others. The golden rule is simple. Never invest in something you don't understand. Your very first investment should always be in your own financial education. Read a book, listen to a reputable podcast, or take a structured course. Knowledge is the seed with the highest guaranteed rate of return. Understanding the difference between stocks, bonds, and real estate helps you choose the seeds that match your personal climate and your long-term goals. Once you have the knowledge, you can select your investments with the confidence of a master gardener who knows exactly what to expect. A well-chosen seed, backed by knowledge, is the foundation of everything that follows. It is the beginning of your future wealth and freedom. With your soil prepared and your seeds chosen, you are now ready to take the most critical step of all, the act of planting. Step 3 is to sow small seeds immediately. Don't wait for a huge windfall or for the perfect moment to start your investment journey. Starting with a small amount allows you to get used to the feeling of market fluctuations without losing sleep over your daily balance. It's about building the investor muscle. By starting small, you learn how to stay calm when the wind blows and the market dips slightly. Step 4. Water with discipline. In the garden of wealth, consistency is far more powerful than intensity. It's about showing up every single month. Financial success is built on the boring, repetitive habit of investing a set amount regardless of what the news headlines are saying today. This is the secret of dollar-cost averaging. By watering your garden regularly, you buy more when prices are low and less when they are high. It may look like nothing is happening for a while, but beneath the surface, your seeds are absorbing resources and preparing to break through. Discipline is the water that keeps your financial garden alive during the dry seasons. Without it, even the best seeds will eventually wither away. Remember, the goal is not to be lucky once. The goal is to be disciplined forever. That is how real, lasting wealth is truly created. Consistency turns a small stream into a mighty river. Your monthly contributions are the lifeblood that will eventually grow into a massive forest. Now that you have planted and watered, you must master the hardest skill of all, the art of waiting for the harvest to come. Step 5. The patience of the master gardener. The biggest mistake investors make is digging up their seeds every day to see if they've sprouted. Wealth, like a great oak tree, requires time. You must give your investments the space to grow, without your constant interference or emotional reactions. Time is the ultimate fertilizer. It works silently in the background, turning small, regular inputs into exponential outputs through the incredible power of compounding. The magic of the harvest happens in the final years, but only if you have the courage and the patience to stay in the game long enough. Don't check your portfolio every hour. Stop watching the news that feeds on your fear. Let your money work while you go live your life. The ultimate goal of investing isn't just to have more numbers on a screen. It's to buy back your time and your freedom for the future. Remember, every giant forest was once just a handful of small seeds that were given the right environment and enough time to flourish naturally. Patience is not just waiting, it is having the right attitude while you wait. It is the quiet confidence that your system is working for you. Your financial future is being built in the quiet moments of inaction, when you choose to trust the process instead of your temporary fears. You have moved from a hoarder of glass jars to a cultivator of a living legacy. That is the true definition of financial mastery. The road may be long, but every step forward is a victory over the old version of yourself that was afraid to grow. Let's recap our journey. Prepare your safety net, educate yourself. Start with what you have, stay consistent, and finally, be incredibly patient. Don't let your potential sleep in a jar for another day. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. If this roadmap helped you see your money differently, please subscribe and join our community. We are building our financial gardens together, step by step. I believe in your ability to transform your life. Start small, stay the course, and watch as your world begins to change for the better. Thank you for spending this time with me. Your journey of sowing has officially begun. Go out and plant your first seed today. Your money is no longer sleeping. It is awake. It is active, and it is building the life you truly deserve. Be bold and be consistent. I'll see you in the next video, where we will continue to grow your knowledge and your wealth. Until then, keep sowing for your future.